Okay, my 6000 XP is here. And I'm going to try to unpack it. The reason I got this is because my 18K is doing really well, but if I run the air conditioner and the dryer in the house and try to start my mini split out here, they struggle really hard to get the compressor going. And it finally starts and runs and the air conditioner's working, but I don't want to damage my compressor and I don't want to damage the 18K. I'm pulling about 13.6 kilowatts when that happens, and that's much more than the 18K is rated. So rather than push it to the edge and hope, I'm going to install the 6K dedicated to this building so I can run all the lights and all the equipment out here and the mini split just from the 6K. So that's my plan. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Now use hardware. I opened it the wrong side, I think. 53 pounds. Oh, that's pretty. So, where do I put it? I need to have it close to one of the battery racks, that side or this side, so I can run some cables over and share the batteries. And it's going to end up being hooked up out here. I might just put it on this exterior wall right here. This guy is going to take care of the needs of this building, which is, I think it's almost 1,000 square foot. And it's got a 2-ton air conditioner and a bunch of welding equipment. And these lights are a kilowatt each, or a kilowatt total. So I've decided to put it over here outside this room, because that is closest to the breaker box for this building. So I've got the backer board already installed, and today I will start to mount the inverter and then figure out what kind of wires I need and how much wire I need and order that and finish it up. This piece of cardboard, this is a template. It's already got the holes marked. So this is sweet. I don't have to wrestle with that and get the drawers on there. This is just a template. Great. The 6000 comes with these anchors that I guess they go in and expand and kind of tighten up inside the wall. But in Houston, drywall doesn't stay dry for very long. It kind of crumbles. So I'm going to use this guy, which goes through the wall and then expands behind the wall, and actually you cannot pull it out once it's in there. So I think this is better. Because of the humidity here, I think those other anchors would pull right out. And there it is. It is solid. Gonna have to have conduit up and down there. 7 screws. 2, 4, 6, 7. There we are. Now, and I'll leave that one in and open up the comm. So it's like 3/4 inch and a half, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, or 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. I will have to go measure. And there we go. all lined up with the bottom of the inverter. Okay, almost done. I've got to order this part because it's not available at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's a 1.25 inch. So I'm gonna wait for that. Wish they would send that in the kit, but they didn't. Okay, all powered up and wired up. Lights are on. The AC over there is on. So it's working fine. This took me a few minutes to figure this one out. You have to disconnect from your Wi-Fi to your house before you try to connect to this Wi-Fi. Once I figured that out, it went very smoothly after that. So now on the app I've got two devices to look at. They've got the 18K that's in the other room, and I've got this guy. And so far he's working great. I've got air conditioning and lights out here independent of the 18K, other than I'm using the batteries. So I'm very happy with this. Well, change of plans. This guy I've got hooked up to the 18K's battery rack. He's sharing the batteries. Whatever he's pulling out, the 18K is putting in, and more, because the sun is very bright. And it's working great. I've got the AC over here running. Everything looked good to me until I thought of a scenario that after dark, sun's not shining, there's no solar coming in for charging the batteries, and I've got two inverters now using the same batteries. And when it gets down to you know, if it goes below 20%, say, the 18K is going to kick in and start charging from the grid. That means he's going to have to charge the batteries and this guy up to 600 amps. He can supply, or this guy's can only ask for 140 amps, but still that's a strain for those guys. Although it's not fatal, I think it's probably not wise. So anyhow, EG4, I talked to them and they said that's probably not a good idea to leave it that way, because that if the sun's shining, batteries are full, this all works. It's working right now. But in that one scenario where the batteries are down and this guy needs 140 amps for, I don't know, maybe the air conditioning's on in the middle of the night. But I mean, that scenario is probably, it's not fatal, but it's not good. So I'm in the process of, I'm going to disconnect this guy from that battery rack. I'm going to take that center rack that's over there, disconnect it, and move it over to here, and then buy two more batteries for that center rack, and that gives me 400 amp hours to run this shop 24/7, and I think that's plenty. So that's what I'm up to now. Okay, I'm done with the install on this guy. I grabbed two batteries from the other room, and I grabbed the smaller of my three arrays. So this has got 2400 watts of solar coming in, which is not enough to run the shed air conditioner, but it's another problem for another day. I'm done with the install. Got two batteries, 2400 watts of solar, and it is running the shop just fine as long as I don't turn the air conditioner on. And it will run the air conditioner, except for it will not run it for 24 hours. So that's another problem to solve in the future. But I'm done for now.